Hey y'all, this is T. Today is April 22nd, 2017. This article is from GeekWire. It's dated April 20th, 2017. Amazing how Elon Musk and Neuralink aim to meld minds and machines with a wizard hat. Wow, this is some pretty crazy stuff. A researcher wears an electrode-equipped cap in an experiment aimed at demonstrating direct brain control of a computer. And this is at the University of Washington National Science Foundation via YouTube. Wow. 3 weeks after word leaked out that billionaire deep thinker Elon Musk was backing a venture called Neuralink, his detailed vision for linking brains and computers is laid out in a 36,000-word white paper, complete with stick figures. To explain it for us, Musk turned to Tim Urban, the creator of the Wait But Why website. Urban has crafted similarly illustrated long reads about the SpaceX rocket company and the Tesla electric company, the two ventures that currently occupy most of Musk's time as CEO. Urban writes that wrapping his brain around Musk's vision for Neuralink's wizard hat has been, if anything, more challenging than explaining the Tesla vision for an electric economy on Earth or the SpaceX vision for colonizing Mars. Not only is Elon's new venture, Neuralink, the same type of deal, but 6 weeks after first learning about the company, I'm convinced that it somehow manages to eclipse Tesla and SpaceX in both the boldness of its engineering undertaking and the grandeur of its mission. The other two companies aim to redefine what future humans will do. Neuralink wants to redefine what future humans will be. Urban starts with a tutorial on basic neuroscience, but hits his stride when he turns to Musk's plan for the future of brain-computer interfaces. Along the way, the University of Washington's experiments with brain-controlled video games and Seattle science fiction author Ramiz Nam come in for shout-outs. Neuralink's first giant leap would be to create implantable brain interfaces modeled after the electrode-laden cochlear implants and retinal implants that give deaf and blind people some semblance of hearing and sight. We are aiming to bring something to market that helps with certain severe brain injuries, stroke, cancer, lesion, congenital, in about 4 years, Musk told Urban. The innovations developed along the road would include coming up with electrodes that are easier to implant, such as the neural mesh that a Harvard-led research team injected into mouse brains. Another technological twist would make the brain implants capable of communicating wirelessly with the cloud. Musk foresees an age when neural nets could be implanted by machines. The machine to accomplish this would need to be something like Lasik, an automated process, because otherwise you just get constrained by the limited number of neural surgeons, and the costs are very high, he told Urban. You'd need a LASIK-like machine ultimately to be able to do this at scale. The vision of machines implanting machines to interface with machines doesn't necessarily conjure up a warm, fuzzy feeling. In fact, it sounds like the backstory for The Matrix. There's another potential problem with the vision. Even though great advances have been made in neuroscience over the past few years, there's so much we still don't know about the brain. Neuralink's science team may speak optimistically about studying the interactions of 1 million neurons simultaneously, but that's more than 3 orders of magnitude above the current state of the art. A year ago, neuroscientists at Seattle's Allen Institute of Brain Science made a big splash with a study that untangled a mere 1,278 mouse neurons occupying a space smaller than a cubic millimeter. It may be that the neurological equivalent of Moore's law or Metcalfe's law will kick in, but it's more likely that Musk is characteristically over-optimistic when he gives Urban this estimate of the time required for developing implantable wireless brain-computer interfaces for a mass market. I think we are about 8 to 10 years away from this being usable by people with no disability. It is important to note that this depends heavily on regulatory approval timing and how well our devices work on people with disabilities. So that's some of this article. I'll put the link below, but pretty exciting. Thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good one.
You ever have one of those moments where you read a news headline and you're like, there's no way that's real? That's sci-fi. That's fake. That's not a real thing. We don't live in a world where that could exist. That happened to me today when I started reading some stories about Elon Musk and how he plans on basically turning us into cyborgs. He said a while ago, I think it was at the Recode Code conference, someone asked him like, hey, what other things do you think could become like gigantic businesses in the near future? And he said, oh, creating some kind of neural net that would attach to your brain and basically turn your brain into a computer and allow you to access the internet from your brain. And everyone's like, hey, that's not a thing that people want or can do. And here we are today, April 2017. Elon Musk says that he's starting a company called Neuralink, which is going to do exactly that. He wants us to connect our brains to the cloud. So like you and I could be sitting in the same room and I could look at you and then and send a picture of like Shrek to your brain if I wanted to, like airdrop it directly into your consciousness. That's a scary thing. That's a scary thing to me. I am not the kind of person who wants to put up any kind of roadblock for progress, but I mean that is like real future, you know? There are a lot of things that have happened over the past couple of years that have just taken sci-fi concepts and brought them into real life. I mean, I think sometimes when I pull out my iPhone and I look at my iPhone, I'm like, how is it that humans built this thing? You know, I can go on Google Images and I can get a picture of anything that I can think of in like 4 seconds. And that's the reality that we live in. But something about this, something about attaching my brain to a computer, sorry, not even a computer, just the internet in general and everyone else's brains simultaneously, that seems like too far to me. And yet every company that Elon Musk starts ends up working out for him. So I guess next time I see you in Starbucks, I'm gonna send a picture of Shrek to your brain.
Mr. Roboto, for doing the job that nobody wants to. Thank you very much, Mr.